My name is Breanna Beers. I am 17 years old and I'm a senior at Lancaster Mennonite School. I grew up in a Christian home. My parents were great examples to me of what it looks like to live a godly life. I knew that I had done bad things, like disobeyed my parents, and I knew that Jesus came to save me from that, and that those things separated me from God, and that by Jesus coming and dying for me, he took that punishment for me so that I could be with God. And I knew that you had to ask him and accept that grace. I think it was like the summer I turned 13. I went to Mount Lusan Bible Camp. It's up towards Harrisburg. And the theme for that week was making a difference. So we spent the whole week like hanging out and playing games, but also there was like sessions, and the speaker kept talking about making a difference. And we spent the whole thing talking about not going through the motions, but actually having like a heart relationship with Jesus, and how that looks by living that out in our life. That week kind of changed that for me, and I rededicated my life to Christ. And since then, he's been really growing me and shaping me, especially through like the hard times. The summer between my 8th grade and 9th grade year, I was switching schools. I was moving from my like little middle school to like a big new school where I didn't know anybody, and we had also just switched to Calvary Church, so I was in this new big church where I also didn't know anybody. And I was just feeling really scared and depressed and alone, and I kind of felt like God wasn't there for me, because you know, you have these like mountaintop experiences and then that feeling goes away. And so I felt like if that feeling wasn't there, that meant that God wasn't there for me. And I just felt really alone. But I got plugged into going on the Philadelphia missions trip, because that was something I'd wanted to do since Mount Lusan, because it was all about global missions. And that trip was terrifying. It got me out of my comfort zone a lot, but it also was where God showed me that who he is does not depend on how I feel, but he's the same no matter what, and he's always faithful and he's always true, and he never lets go of me. I want to be baptized today because Jesus did something amazing for me in that he saved me from my sins and changed my life forever. And I want to give my life back to him. And I know that I already did that through salvation, but I want to publicly affirm that I'm putting my trust in him with my whole life and no turning back.